Извиняюсь, потому что почему-то у меня какая-то проблема с компом бывает. Просто звук просто обрубается в наушниках, вообще ничего не слышно. И как бы, ну, такая ситуация. Такое себе играть не камильфо, когда такая происходит. Да, все, подрубаю картинку вам. И начинаем, точнее продолжаем играть в Хогвартс Legacy. Таратан, 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 таратан. Вернитесь в класс профессора Фига. Блин, понимаете, играю уже где-то часа 3 в общей сложности в эту игру и до сих пор обучение. Нормально, да? Мне кажется, самое долгое обучение во всех играх. Ну даже как бы я еще не могу ничего сам решать. То есть иди туда, сделай то, сделай все. То есть я не могу пока уже сам, грубо говоря, самостоятельно что-то делать. Надо поговорить с тем-то, поговорить с этим. Узнать информацию у того-то, у того-то. То есть это обучение. Ну то есть как бы есть в игре ты различаешь, когда у тебя идет обучение, когда нет, до сих пор идет обучение. Вот это прям сложно, тяжко. Блин, немножко напрягает.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Так. Переговорить с Себастьяном. Ну да, если бы, короче, я бы был за Гриффиндор, вряд ли бы я говорил с Себастьяном. А если бы я был за Слизерин, Себастьян был бы лучшим другом. А так как я за КТВРан, я нейтральный в этой войне Гриффиндора и Слизерина, я могу общаться и с теми, и с теми. У меня же вот Себастьян друг, и Нати.
Sebastian, there you are. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about? I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student. If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Увидимся позже. И пошла погрузка до вечера сразу. Погнали.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Ща, погодите. Блять. Так. Ух, нифига. Если мне страничку надо поймать. Подожди, Себастьян. Отлично. Так, теперь выставляем заклинание. Вот это выставляем сюда. Это что у нас? Люмос. Люмос пока сюда поставим. Ну что, почапали?
Than a jobberknock.
That's the courtyard.
Как меня спалили? You dead. Ах, меня спалили. Или я должен сначала стать невидимым, а потом пытаться мимо них пройти?
Is someone sneaking about?
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Ясно, понятно.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is. That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book?
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Вниз получается, да? Так, режим прицеливания. Оставались незамеченным, использовать основное заклинание, чтобы заманить важных особ и врагов. Ясно.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
И чё, ей похер?
If you're... Can't you leave us to rot about in peace? Out of here with you!
А, в смысле? То есть призраки меня видят, даже когда я невидимый? Странно, странно. Почему мне никто об этом не сказал? Что призраки меня видят.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Сейчас она пошла туда. До этого ей было насрать. Так, сидим, не дергаемся. Леди. Блять, серьезно? Призраки меня видят. Ну, это не честно. Хотя тоже то, что я становлюсь невидимым на не на определенное количество времени, то есть до хрена могу быть невидимым, это заклинание работает, ну, тоже как бы читерская штука.
Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
И она не пошла. Иди нахрен, дура. Ты страшная. Ебать. Да как ты-то сюда пришла? ты-то нафига сюда пришла? Бля. Блин. Странно. Как мимо них ходить, непонятно. Не, в принципе, понятно. Только непонятно, как они двигаются. Они хаотично как-то двигаются. То есть определенной схемы нету, чтобы их это самое. Во, пошла, молодец. Просто не тупим, мы идем.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about. I'll be quieter than a juggernaut.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section?
Вы еще громче можете
Nothing
говорить?
that can help Anne.
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Пацаны, вы еще громче можете говорить?
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
How do I know you won't go to the librarian and blame this all on me?
Why would I do that? I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I
Ультергей.
know just the spell to repair this armor. Accio! Reparo!
Попались Пивзу, полтергею. Ну, по факту, могу ли я доверять Себастьяну-то?
Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it!
Это зеркало. Или нет? Или да? Или нет? Я чувствую это в воде. Я чувствую это в земле. Вот, теперь в воздухе уже чем-то запахло. Ну, в принципе, можно не прятаться.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Lumos. Lumos.
Ига. Даже не
This
предупредили,
must be
что
the
они
way
исчезать
forward,
могут.
but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits
Да,
about
да,
me.
да, да. Ясно, как это работает. У-у-у. Господи. Да, это фиаско. Чё-то я как-то затупел. Надо, короче, берем вот это сюда, вот это сюда. Мне так проще сражаться с таким пресетом. Какой нахуй люмус? Ты можешь нормальные заклинания использовать? Почему он... Блять, я нажимаю, блять, он люмус. Люмус, 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 люмус. Он протега должен делать. Акцио. Инсендио. Репаро. Люмус. В принципе, вот этим можно их хреначить. А что вообще за заклинание есть? Арестамоментум. Глациус. Трансформация. Депульсо. Десцендо. Флипендо. Конфирнинго. Блять. Дефиндо. Экспелиармус. Бомбарда. Вингардиум Левиоса. А это что такое? Это просто Левиоса. Колдовское заклинание трансфигурации. Изменяющее заклинание трансфигурации. Эванеска. Авада Кедавра. Круцио. и Империо. 3 непростительных заклятия. Так, у меня что выставлено? У меня выставлен Люмос, который нахрен не нужен. Поэтому делаем вот так вот. Вот это Репаро и Ахцо. Все, погнали.
Incendio.
Отъебать. Короче, я что-то не понял, как контратаки срабатывают здесь. Что-то я...
It is a book after
Они
all.
то срабатывают, у меня то не срабатывают. Я что-то не въехал, как это работает. Ну ладно, хрен с ним. Все хилки потратились. Ну, думаю, разберусь. А мальчику-то хреново.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach,
when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Ничего не понял, но очень интересно.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
That being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Красава, Себастьян, не сдал. Да, я думаю, я никого не встречу. Вы опять гуляете ночью? Из вас будут неприятности. Они и ночью играют. Охренеть.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time.
Так.
I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them.
Погодите-ка. Карта, снаряжение, инвентарь, таланты, коллекции, испытания, настройки, почта, задания. Бой, исследование, страница. Чай, комната. Так, это все не то. Задание, инвентарь. Снаряжение. Нет, это все не то. Тоже не то. Блин. Мне, короче, надо в Хоксмит. Так. Мне надо в Хоксмит. Хоксмита. Мне, короче, надо купить ингредиенты для рябинового отвара, но я не помню, как его делать. Я хочу посмотреть, как рябиновый отвар делается. Совиная почта. Настало время показать, чего ты стоишь на дуэлях. Как знать, может, в нашей школе появится новый чемпион. Финальный раунд скрещенных палочек пройдет там же, где обычно. А если тебе нужны тренировки, в твоем распоряжении, Люкан. Жду тебя в нижнем Приходи поскорее, я хочу поговорить о роде. А? Лучше сделать это за пределами замка. Понятно. Только непонятно, как готовить отвары. И вот это прикольно, кстати, берешь, хоба. Ой, без плаща могу ходить. Ну, точнее, без мантии. Ладно. Так, это у нас магазин спортивных, нет, не то. Волшебная брюква, лавка Левандера, магазин одежды, зелья. И сюда надо. Магазин зелья надо.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
Рецепт. Рецепт. Что у меня есть? Во! Рябиновый отвар. Помогает исцелять. Я могу купить рябиновый отвар. Тем самым я могу его и сделать. По факту. У меня только денег на 2 рябиновых отвара. Мне это не горячо, не холодно. Мне от этого. Я же могу сам его как-то делать. Я же могу как-то сам его делать. Не то. Коллекция. Что-то еще в коллекции появилось. Шар всего факультета. Шар всего факультета для самых лучших студентов. Получен за выполнение задач профессора. Да это понятно, что это получаю за задание, но, блять, это надеть нельзя. Факту. Так, где у меня хранятся вся эта хрень? Таланты. Коллекция, может быть. Инструменты, враги, внешний вид. Ну ладно. Страницы ревелио, твари, метлы, ингредиенты. Так, заглазки. Яйца. Во, рябиновый отвар. Бадьян. Листья этого лекарственного растения применяются при приготовлении рябинового отвара. Семена бадьяна можно приобрести в магазине «Волшебная брюква». Можно выращивать в горшке любого размера. Бадьян, да? Бадьян? Бадьян. Все, погнали. Погнали бадьян покупать. Вот сюда. Погнали за бадьяном. Да подожди. Да подождет она. Эта карта мира большая часть покрыта туманом, который и позволяет вам видеть все подробности. Деревушка — это небольшое сообщество, разбросано по всему миру. Нижний Коксвилд. Мне бадьян нужен.
Hello, be with you in a bit.
Бадьян. Да блин, а по сотке стоит. Проще сразу рябиновый отвар купить.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Проще сразу купить рябиновый отвар, я вам отвечаю. Проще сразу вот зайти сюда. Купить у него пару рябиновых отваров на все бабки, которые есть. Надеюсь, я не пожалею о том, что я сейчас куплю пару рябиновых отваров. Ну, просто бадьян сотку и сам рябиновый отвар тоже сотку.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Так, теперь можно телепортнуться. Карта Хогвартса. Бадьян и рябиновый отвар. Не, ну бадьян, в принципе, выращивать можно. По факту. И тогда не надо будет тратиться на покупку рябиновых отваров. Я их могу просто клепать бам-бам-бам-бам.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class.
Чеснок, прям как чеснок.
A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Блин.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief... I wonder...
Какой части Гарри Поттера-то там они Мандрагору пересаживали? Что-то ничего нового я не узнаю.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Прежде всего хочу похвалить ваши навыки работы с Мандрагорой. Нюансы. Ухода за ними порой сложно. Мне понравилось.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle.
Так, то есть я, получается, здесь могу выращивать бадьян.
Make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Будет готов через 9 минут. Выход 5 штук. Чё, листья этого лекарственного растения применяются при приготовлении львиного отвара. Семена бадьяна можно приобрести в магазине «Волшебное брюхо». Можно выращивать в горшке любого размера. То есть я покупаю один бадьян за 100 этих, получаю 5 листьев и делаю 5 рябиновых отваров. То есть я трачу 100 и через 9 минут, через 10 я могу сделать 5 рябиновых отваров? Так что ли? Короче, понятно.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Берегите пальцы.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Берегите голову.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chop. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest. Look at that! Well, children can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Наверное, иногда они полезны. Но если это манекен.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Off on another adventure, are we?
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves,
5 минут.
I shall end our lesson here.
До моего бадьяна.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Я тоже отрасти немного. Я тоже отрасти немного. Ну и славно, ведь у вас, похоже, легкая рука. Мне ужасно любопытно, что же из вас вырастет. Честно говоря, растения меня не интересуют.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Блин, она такая жизнерадостная. Походу, она не только тут бадьян выращивает.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Походу, дело не в бадьяне. Так, стоп, там, короче, получается, в совиной почте что-то было. Жду тебя в Нижнем Хоксвилде. Ага. В Нижнем Хоксвилде она меня ждет. А Нижний Хоксвилд это у нас где? Мне карта нужна. Нижний Хоксвилд, Нижний Хоксвилд. Из Хогвартса. Давай переместимся сюда. А тоже Нижний Хоксвилд найдем. По карте. Там это, по навигатору дойдем. Так, навигатор. Верхний. Где она? Должна же показаться на карте. Если она меня где-то ждет, значит где-то задание здесь. Блять. Совиная почта. Где она меня ждет? Фоксвилде. Фоксвилде. В Нижнем. А я в Фоксмите. Я, походу, не там. Карта мира. Хоксмит, а мне нужен Хоксвилд. Ой, долго же бежать. Была бы метла. Надо А, ну в принципе не так уж много, это 500 метров. Полкилометра.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Так, немножко не туда. Просто, знаете, как этот спортсмен, который прыгает через препятствия, бег с препятствием, во. Чё она меня там ждет? Чё ей надо?
Dead asleep on my feet, I could. Hello?
It's like a place right out of a...
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer.
Так, карта. Теперь надо найти нижнюю часть. Вдруг он... Где эта дура? Ну, ебать. Далековато. Вообще не в ту сторону пошел. Не туда ушел. Ну, можно ее так через книгу отслеживать. Ну, сколько мне там на нее чапать-то? Нифига. А поближе у меня есть эти точки? Наверное, хогвартские какие-нибудь. А, ну да. В принципе, вот сюда. В принципе же. Сюда. Отсюда будет ближе. По любасу.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
Ну да, гораздо ближе. Серьезно? Из-за того, что я где-то не там свернул. Он мне показывает идти обратно. По дороге было не пройти, я не понимаю. Пока я тут с этой девчонкой бегаю, у меня там уже мой бадьян вырастет. Пока я за девочками бегаю.
Revelio.
So. Блин, игра вообще шикарная, я не знаю. То есть, как бы особо ничего особо ничего такого, но залипательная она. Я не знаю, я залипаю. Просто сижу, кайфую. Залипательная игра. То есть, типа, знаете, я как-то в ПК Билдинг Симулятор зашел, ну, типа, ничего особенного, просто собираешь компы, да, типа, заказы. Ну, такая зараза залипательная. Вот здесь та же история. То есть, как бы, ничего особенного, но игра такая залипательная. Эта страничка вроде летает или чё? Не то нажал. Так. Вот, шарф появился. Оденем. Наконец-то. Стоп. А если я сниму мантию? Нет, нет. Ну, отлично, с шарфиком теперь. Модник. Но все равно еще эту страничку не нашел.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Игрушка залипательная, мне нравится. Погоди. Оба. Все,
Hello,
добрался.
Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your... dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You should never have come here. This is a fast way to get yourself
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Oh, hang on! We can hold them up!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take this stupid lump of my dead body!
That stupid
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Чего? Лучше продолжу исследование, пока они не вернулись. Исследование? Как интересно. Кто такая Прия?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Подождите.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Вы понимаете, да? То есть здесь говорят, что Мерлин учился в Хогвартсе. В трансформерах говорят, что Мерлина, короче, ему силу дали трансформеры, там посох с этими, со всякой херней. Сейчас, короче, я на минутку отойду и вернусь. Так, я снова здесь. Можем продолжать играть, залипать в Гарри Поттера. Блин, в Хогвартс.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Чего?
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Protego! Incendio! Incendio! Protego! Incendio!
Conjuring fire might work. These are pyres after all.
Попросила меня положить сладкую мальву на эту спираль с камней. Вдруг произошло что-то необъяснимое. Интересно, что Мерлин хотел скрыть этими головоломками. Пройдите испытания. Эти колонны понимали огни, а огни должны гореть. А, вон оно чё.
The flames make the pyre sink. Incendio!
There, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Так, я тоже был рад с вами познакомиться. Но мне надо в Хогвартс, у меня там этот бадьян. Мне бадьян в Хогвартсе. Мне надо его собрать. Чтобы я мог все хилки сделать.
What are you up to now?
Так, надо сейчас найти эту теплицу еще. Знал бы еще, где теплица находится, было вообще шикардосно. Так. Башня, гостиная, не то. Вот теплица. бадьян там растет. А, типа не могу зайти, чего? Наверное, потому что уже вечер, да? Поэтому мы пойдем вот сюда. В гостиную коктевараны и пойдем спать.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Еще ниже, что ли? Или выше, или ниже. А интересно, если я сохранюсь, перемотка же пойдет, получается. Сова. Так. Ладно, хрен с вашим бадьяном. Обидно, что играю в такую топовую игру и ни на кого на стриме вот пообщаться вообще не с кем. Вообще просто не с кем.
Someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
А, он как Кэл садится.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive AIRUS potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Yeah.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an AIRUS potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Я могу достать это перо. Я могу.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A well-prepared ritual that always has a few potions on hand.
Распоряжение. Дата 31 декабря 1875. Отправьте Хогвартсом в центр. Тема Горбин и Беркс. В последнее время возле магазина Горбин и Беркс наблюдается нездоровое оживление в неурочные часы, особенно после полуночи. К черному ходу доставляют подозрительного вида свертки. С учетом репутации магазина мы решили увеличить число морокоборцев, ведущих наблюдения. Вы входите в их число, ожидаешь дальнейших указаний. Чё, все залутал, что можно? Где этот чили?
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your AIRUS potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Так, теперь пошли к этому.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Patience and be thorough.
Зелье, которое усиливает защиту, выпущу, покрывает его прочной каменной кожей. Нормально. То есть рябиновый отвар мне не обязательно? Эдурус надо варить.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to.
Get it!
Dragon tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now?
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his...
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this. Keep your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Не понимаю, о чем.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Yeah.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
А, то есть здесь я могу теперь варить. Вон оно что. Я сейчас могу собрать, короче, для рябинового отвара, короче, тут фигню получается. Для рябинового отвара там еще что-то надо. Сейчас могу забрать свою... Да, забыл, как ее звать.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Или не могу? Или могу? Могу. Вот она моя. Бадьян мой. Так, еще посадил бадьян. Так. Теперь... Блять. Где это было-то? Здесь было, да? Вот. Мне нужен класс зельеварения. Теплица. Блин, не туда телепортировался. Зельеварение было последним в списке. То есть это вот этот флажок. Зельеварение. То есть... Бадьян. Что еще нужно? А что еще нужно? Сок. Муркол. Окля. Понятно. Одним бадьяном не обойдется. Ну хотя бы я его выращивать могу. Теперь он у меня растет. Каждые 10 минут у меня будет бадьян. А сока тут надо еще... Ну, короче, понятно. Где-то еще сок надо достать. Наверное, его тоже можно будет как-нибудь добывать. Каждые минут 10. И просто хилится. Ну или хиляться, как правильно, я не знаю. Далековато. Я могу куда-нибудь туда поближе телепортнуться? Да, могу. Могу. Так.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Лавка Оливандера?
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Почему бы мне не продолжить поискать в советнике?
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
One would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
Почему именно эта палочка?
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh yes, it's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
Почему ее украли?
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumour had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Теперь надо найти эту палочку. Еще и обокрал Оливандера. Так, пошли телепортироваться. Не, на самом деле, мне кажется, здесь даже не особо важно, какой факультет ты выбираешь, в принципе. Мне кажется, и так, короче, геймплей одинаковый. Хотя хрен его знает. Я вон за Рланкло играю, мне нормально.
Incendio!
Так, надо как много больше этих, короче,
This cannot possibly be as difficult as
открыть
it seems.
этих точек перемещения быстрого. Но чисто бегать, эти точки искать, такое себе. Мимо будут попадаться, будем использовать. Но если они мимо попадаться не будут, ебать.
I spent hours trying to conjure a meat pie when I was a first year, only to then find out about that.
Ну да, я аж сварил один на зелье. Я думаю, почему у меня 3 хилки, а не 2. Я аж одну сварил. На зелье варенье. Я не знаю, зачем я здесь грибы собираю, может они пригодятся в будущем. Лунный камень. И винтовая.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Так. П. Да. Чего? $60 монет надо, блин, чтобы шарф купить. Вы еще с ума сошли? 60 золота, чтобы купить шарф. Господи.
Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? Revelio. I recognize those handles. Should do the trick. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. Revelio. Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Incendio! Protego! Incendio! Accio! Reparo! Incendio!
Непонятно, что с скульптурой можно сделать. Это...
Accio! I'd best keep looking. No statues here. Revelio. Accio. Nothing. This'll do. nicely. I'd best keep looking. Accio! Here's a welcome surprise. No statues here. Revelio. Accio. Reparo. Revelio. Nothing.
Да блять.
What's happening?
Почти безголовый ник? Или кто?
Could it be?
А, Ричард
Someone solved
Гартер.
my puzzle after all these years. Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
Так, как тебе удалось украсть что-то у Пивза?
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Ладно, не буду беспокоить сов. Сом всегда нужно бабки за письма платить. Тын-тын-тын-тын-тын. Не, хорошо, что телепорты есть. Ну, точки быстрого перемещения, это очень удобно. Особенно в открытых мирах. В играх с открытым миром. Да. Так. Тут что-то как-то много неприятностей можно найти. Красных точек куча.
I should come back to this another time.
Для некоторых заданий может потребоваться определенный уровень. А, ну закрыто вообще. А какой уровень нужен?
I don't think I can do this now. Best to come back.
Пройдите испытание Мерлина. Так, бой. Победите темных волшебников. 5 из 10. Так, типа. Что там есть? Так. Еще что-то в коллекции. А, вот эти придурки добавились в коллекцию. Так, задание. Укорение. Вам нужно выучить обезоружение заклинания, прежде чем я последую за призраком. Ага. Опять там лес, но свечу положу. Так, то есть я могу пройти вот эти задания. Идите достаточно сразу. Так. Задача профессора Гекат. Врагов используя поворот, используйте инсте против врагов. Отправляйтесь к доске присыпателя. Поговорите с Люком Локаном. С Луканом Шумси. Скрещенные палочки.
I don't think I'm ready for this just.
Ну давай. Вот я столкнулся с тем, что у меня недостаточный уровень в игре. Отметилось теперь с этим.
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
Против четверых, да, сейчас сражаться? Не, против троих. Четверых. Офигеть.
Come on. Stupid. Protego.
Mind the one.
Sendo. Confringo.
Oh, there goes my wager.
Нифига себе.
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.